Welcome back to Pam Bam Bakes. On today's episode of Pam Bam Bakes, we will be making vegan cinnamon rolls. So stay tuned on how to.
So first you want to warm up a cup of non-dairy milk, and you don't want it too hot, you just want to warm it up. And then you add a tablespoon of sugar, which I already did. You stir that up, and then you add a packet of yeast. You sprinkle the yeast on top, and you let it sit for 10 minutes until it starts to like bubble. You don't stir it in, you just let it sit like that. When your yeast mixture is ready, it'll look frothy and like it grew. So kind of like this. You can kind of see. Once it looks like that, then it's ready to go. First, you're gonna mix all your dry ingredients together. So you start off with 2.5 cups of flour, then a teaspoon of salt, then a 1/4 cup of sugar. Stir that all together. After you've stirred all your dry ingredients together, you're going to add your 5 tablespoons of vegan melted butter. Pour it into your dry mixture. So you're gonna add your frothy mixture into your flour and butter. After you stir it all together, it should kind of look like this. At this point, it gets really hard to use a spoon, so I start to use my hands. After your ball has formed, you're gonna sprinkle a counter with a little bit of flour, and you're gonna dump your ball and gently knead a few times.
Shouldn't be super wet or sticky, and if it is, then you just keep adding a little more flour, which is what I always do. But this feels pretty good. And then you move on to the next step.
So here's my bowl that I oiled, or you can spray it down with Pam, which is what I usually do. Then you put your dough into here and let it sit for about an hour. I tend to do it overnight. Put your little blanket, is what I like to call it, your plastic wrap over the bowl, and then let it sit for an hour while it grows, or you can leave it overnight, which is what I tend to do. And now that is how your dough rises. And it's also now morning time, so perfect time to pop these bad boys in the oven. So with the rolling pin, I made a little rectangle, kind of see here. And now you're gonna make your filling. So first you're gonna grab your melted 2 tablespoons of vegan butter. You're gonna pour it all over your dough. Then I usually use a spatula to kind of spread it all over before you put on your brown sugar. You're gonna rub that all in. So after you've spread your butter all around the dough, you're gonna grab your brown sugar and cinnamon mixture, kind of sprinkle it all over, just like that. Using the spatula, if you see any chunks, you can just kind of like chop it up like that. Make it a little more evenly spread, and so you don't have like big old chunks when you're taking your bites. Look how pretty that looks. Oh. This is totally optional, depending if you love butter as much as I do. I usually add like little chunks of butter. I don't measure them, I just add it to my mixture before I roll. Start my roll off camera because I'm filming with one hand. But so you kind of get an idea, you just roll it away from you. You make this big old looking log. Then you grab a cake pan, or you can get like a casserole dish that's a circular shape, and then you cut your log and you're gonna place them in here. I have like a method to this madness. I kind of just cut them as evenly as possible. The ends tend to kind of get gypped if you can't tell the difference between the fillings, that's one of the ends. And then you kind of just start like shoving them in here. Wow, look at that. Now you're gonna drizzle a little bit of honey all over it. I know that's not a very common thing, but I love honey. I feel like it's a natural sweetener. So I honestly, this is literally how I do it. I just kind of drizzle it all over and let that soak in. Then for the icing, you just mix 1 cup of powdered sugar with like 2 tablespoons, I'd say 2 to 3 tablespoons, depending on how you like your consistency. This is 2 tablespoons of non-dairy milk. Look how shiny that looks. Then you're just gonna drizzle it all over the cinnamon rolls.